I want to get to the last chunk of what we do here at General Meeting with Becky Sloviter called Last Looks, which is a bit of a celebration and appreciation of pop culture and under the umbrella of times are the fucking worst, call it what you will, and the art in the world is here to save us. So, like, recommendations, stuff you love. I was laughing thinking about I remember listening to you on Brett Goldstein's podcast. Oh my God, wait. We didn't talk about Brett on as Lewis. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't make that an
Talk
entire other
about can't
podcast.
do
I'm gonna
anything.
make him come on this podcast and we're gonna talk about unrecognizable Roy Kent who
Yeah.
and how the season ends.
And
I
again,
was
you're like, I know this person is good. Also, Jason at the end of that season, like,
I can't.
you're like, I know they're good. I know it's going to be good. And then it's like, oh, that was incredible.
This is the other thing I want to say. A shout out to you and all of the writers. It is, I would say, really hard. I've been working in this business for 23 years. We'll watch things and I'm like ahead of the story a lot of
Mhm.
the time. I am never ahead of it on shrinking. And I really, and I'm not going to give anything away, but how that season ends, I really didn't see coming, even as it was about to happen. I actually thought it was going the other way.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, yeah, that's what's going to happen. But no, it's
Like,
really hard to do
in
that.
order to not see where the stories go, we have to throw out so many stories to like
Yes.
get to that one. And
Totally.
God bless our cast.
Totally.
They get in those scripts minutes before at times.
And this
and
is
knocking it out
why
of the
being an
park.
actor is so hard. And also, you rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I remember listening to you on Brett Goldstein's podcast. And I want to say, so I'm curious if this is going to be your answer to the first question on Last Looks. What is your favorite movie of all time?
And I don't remember what I said.
Oh, you don't?
So I don't
Okay,
remember
we'll see.
what I had for breakfast.
Right.
So my favorite movies are Scream and My Best Friend's Wedding.
My best friend's wedding
Yeah.
is what you were talking to him about. Okay, that's a great pairing. They came out around the same time?
Yeah.
Is that part of why? Like, were you at that age? Because you're quite young at that point, but are you at an age where you're like just becoming more and more aware of movies?
Yeah, I was the right age for sure. I, at that age, thought that I was going to be like a great dramatic actor. So I don't even know that it was that comedy, but I think like their Scream, I love Kevin's writing. And like now I can say
Yeah.
that I'm a friend of his, which like
What?
freaks me out.
What?
I don't know how it happened. I'm waiting for it to not be happening anymore. He's incredible. But I loved Dawson's Creek. I love Scream. And I think like he has this writing style that's like so fast and articulate, and it kind of matched the speed of my brain. And the characters were so not standard.
Yeah.
And so
It really was doing something very different
Yes.
when it came out.
and so I
for
think
sure.
that just like drew me. And then My Best Friend's Wedding, I think I just had this like, again, chubby black girl in Los Angeles. I just had this connection to Julia Roberts.
Julia was everything
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. And
It's
like, I
amazing.
think some of the other girls are maybe more girly, and I was never like a
Yeah.
girly girl. Obviously, Julia Roberts is the most beautiful person
She's
on the
so
planet.
beautiful, but she's also like cool and seems like a person.
Yeah. And she's like in menswear, and,
Yes.
and she's like the fucked up weird one.
Yeah.
And she's too old because she's 28, and all those things made sense to us at the time.
You guys, I cannot. What were we doing to women in the 90s? Go on. That's amazing. Okay. And anyone go back and find Ashley's episode of Brett Goldstein's amazing podcast that is a much deeper dive into that and is such a great celebration of that movie. They're making a new one, right?
Yeah.
Because one of my best friends from high school, CG, texted me and was like, they're making a new one. You know, there's a feeling I have where I'm like, everyone's out of ideas and we can only do titles, and like that kills my soul
Yeah.
a little bit. And also, okay, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. It's like the good ones. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take another.
Yeah.
But also, we could also make a
Could
new
we
movie
have some
about-
original
Yeah.
shit? I was talking to Jillian Bell about this because we were talking about lack of originality, but also not giving the audience enough credit.
Yes.
And that, yeah.
And then like my
thing.
bugaboo is like, when you hear that getting talked about, it's always like, these writers don't have any new ideas. These writers just keep writing that. I promise you, every working writer, aspiring writer, retired writer
Yes.
in this town is begging to
Yes.
make original ideas and like
Yes.
creative. Okay, coming out of being a TV writer, I know how to write on a budget, honey. They
Mhm.
won't do it.
No. Okay, albums. You are stranded on a deserted island. What 2 albums do you have with you to maintain your sanity until you are rescued?
So in my opinion, there are 3
Yes.
perfect albums. Perfect, no skips albums. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill,
Yes.
Butterfly by Mariah Carey,
Yes.
Songs in the Key of Life.
Oh, wow. Okay. I the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, because I am a woman of a certain age also, is, like, defining. I
Perfect record.
It really is. Oh, the first mix I ever made for Matt, I put To Zion on that.
Aw.
I mean, and I don't I just my god. The line and then she's saying it about her son, but that line, "I've never been in love like this before."
Mhm.
Chills. Okay. Great choices. Um, Books. Either your favorite book of all time or a book you've read lately that is really staying with you and you'd wanna recommend.
A book I read lately is called On Earth as It Is in Television. It's very of the current moment, but it's very funny. Aliens come to Earth, and yet it will tell you so much about real life that we live in. And it's just like it's a quick, fun,
I can't
funny
wait to
read.
read this.
But yeah, that's
Yes. Okay, great. I'm putting stuff on my Instagram of whatever the guests' last looks were. So we will get the author's name in there. Okay, and finally, TV, which is hard. This is a hard question, I know, but what are you watching either in all of your free fucking time? But like what are you watching? And in a doesn't have to be current. It can be I'm just saw Breaking Bad for the first time or whatever it is, but just that you have loved and would recommend.
yeah, and it's never current. Like I've never been able to currently watch a TV. I haven't been able to currently watch TV shows since I worked in television.
Totally.
Um, but I actually have watched a new show. So the 2 shows that I'm like have most obsessed me recently, total opposite ends of the spectrum is Adolescence and Leanne.
Are there 2 first of all, God bless Netflix on both. Are there 2 shows that are more different? No,
No,
there's not, but
no.
this is what I love. This is what I love about you specifically. We contain multitudes.
But and
Say
also
more.
to what we're talking about, these are both shows that were made on a budget.
Yes.
You know, not a lot of money was spent, not a lot of stars were hired, a world was created. So Adolescence is like one, it just is a good show. The acting is incredible.
It's a master class in acting.
Yes, and I feel like we're not even as much as we talked about it, we're not even talking enough about the fact that, like, given the one shot constraint do you
It
remember?
is one
It's
shot,
one
the
shot.
entire episode. There's 4 episodes. Each one is one shot.
So people are talking about that technically,
Understand
like,
that.
the directors, the cameras, blah, blah, blah. The actors.
Yes.
Do you remember that scene? There's, like, there's a teenage girl who she has this really emotional scene about something that's happened to her friend. That's about 15 minutes into the episode. That means that young girl who is an actual, if not teenager,
Yes.
a very young
Quite young,
person,
because this is episode 2 when they're at the school.
yes,
Yes.
had to stand still for 15 minutes, wait for a camera to get to her,
And get her cue.
and then
Yes.
produce this amazing emotional moment. Every single actor they cast, not just the main parts, the smallest parts,
Yes.
was able to do that.
Even if you watch Adolescence without knowing that, because I watched it the first time through, I didn't have any sense. I actually didn't know that these were one take episodes, which again, even as I say it, I'm like, it breaks your brain when you watch the technical difficulty of it. But yes, an appreciation of those actors, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Just to stay on Adolescence for one quick sec, and then we'll talk about the brilliance of Leanne Morgan. Um, the scene when they're driving to what would be the equivalent here of like the Home Depot or
Mhm.
Lowe's to get, you know, uh to fix their van, we'll say. And the mother and father of the main boy in the car with the daughter, but also talking about when they met in high school and music. And it's astonishing.
Mhm.
That show is required viewing, especially if you have children.
Yeah.
And
It's
then on to balance it out, Leanne.
Okay, so Leanne, again, these are both low budget shows. These are both shows that like created a whole world and lived in them really well.
Yeah.
Leanne's a multicam. Leanne Morgan's a stand-up who I wasn't aware of until very recently.
Yeah.
And we're talking about how to make television. Leanne has gone back to like a classic multicam, like a but it works. I wasn't aware of Leanne Morgan previously. I'm now obsessed with her. I've
Yeah.
watched her special.
Did you listen to her on Amy Poehler's podcast?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think she's so
Dying.
funny.
Pure joy.
I could not be less related to a
Mhm.
comedian, right? Like she's an older white lady. She's from the South. She's a mom. A lot of her comedy is about being a mom.
Yep.
I don't have any of those experiences. It's fucking funny.
Yes. Period. End of story.
If someone says to text me and says, "Oh my God, the show is so funny," that's it. That's
Yes.
why I'm watching it because I want to
100%.
laugh.
We are in a word of mouth culture completely. I couldn't agree more. Why are you clicking something on, or why are you going to the theater to see something? Because you heard it's good.